What is up, guys? My name is Nick, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 best classes in COD Warzone for all ranges. And at number 5, we're going to be talking about the close range killer, which is the MAC-10. Now, the MAC-10 is one of those guns where you don't really want to use it for long range, but it could actually do its job at mid-range, but it really does fire and drop people super fast at the close range. And the class that we got for this one today is the Muzzle Agency Suppressor. Now, this one gives you sound suppression, but it also gives you damage range, which is really nice to have on this gun. And you guys are going to see that is not the only damage range we're going to get on this weapon right here. Going to the next attachment, we're going to move on to the barrel, which is the 5.9-inch task force, which also gives us extra damage. It gives us effective damage range, and it also gives us bullet velocity. So this gun right here already is super strong in damage, the strongest SMG in terms of time to kill, and it's just going to draw people like no guns, even shotguns, have trouble comparing with this gun or competing with this gun up close. It's too good. It's gonna get nerfed. I have a huge feeling it's gonna get nerfed, guys. Going on to another attachment, we're gonna move on to the stock, which is going to be the Raider stock, which gives us sprint to fire time and aim walking movement speed. So this right here, the reason I like this the most is that sprint to fire time paired up with the damage, you're just gonna get those bullets out really fast, and it's gonna do a lot of damage really fast. You don't really have to worry about anything. This gun is gonna do all the work for you, and before you even know it, before you even realize that you're down 10 bullets in the magazine, the enemy's already dead. Like, it kills way too fast. Going down to another attachment for this weapon, we got the ammunition, which is going to be the Salvo 53 round fast mags. Now, you want those 53 rounds because it shoots out pretty quick, and you could get into some situations where there's a bunch of enemies up against you and stuff, so you want to be able to get them out nice and fast. Now, you could also use the 43 round speed mag or the drum mag or whatever you guys want to use, but personally, I think this one right here is the better one. You get extra ammo, extra everything. There's literally a lot of stuff, and you only lose some ADS time, which isn't that bad if you're using this gun up close. You don't really need the ADS time. And the final attachment for this one right here is going to be the rear grip airborne elastic wrap, which gives you even more ADS time, flinch resistance, which is really nice to have, and aim while going prone. So if you are getting shot at like crazy and you want to dodge some bullets, just lie down and you can still aim down sights and shoot at the same time. So that's a nice class right there. Now let's move on to another gun on this list, which is going to be the close to mid-range gun. And there's actually 2 weapons for this category right here, but these 2 weapons are the exact same weapons, just from different games, and that is the MP5. Now, we got the MP5 from Modern Warfare and the MP5 from Cold War sharing this spot right here, so that's 2 weapons at this spot, and they're both really good at mid to close range gunfights. So let's talk about the MW1 first. The Modern Warfare MP5. The first thing you want to run on this is the Muzzle Monolithic Suppressor. You get sound suppression and you get damage range. Those are 2 things you definitely want on a weapon. Now, the other attachment, we're going to skip the barrel, laser, and optic, and we're going to go straight to the stock, which is the FTAC Collapsible, which gives you movement speed, and it also gives you ADS speed, which is really nice to have. Now, one reason we're not using the barrel on this weapon right here is because the ones that give you actual bullet velocity or anything nice and worth having on your gun have an integrated built-in suppressor, so you don't want to throw on those barrels, because that means we got to take off the Muzzle Monolithic Suppressor. So we got the muzzle and we got the stock. Let's move on to another attachment, which is going to be the underbarrel, the Merc foregrip, for that hipfire accuracy and recoil control. Now, a lot of people tell me the Ranger foregrip is really nice as well, but I like the Merc better on the MP5 because it gives you that hipfire accuracy to help you get those shots on before the enemies could actually get to you. Going on to the ammunition, we got the 45 round mags, which I think is really the only one you need for the ammunition on this one, and it's the max ammo you could put on this MP5. And for the last one, we're going to go to the rear grip, and that's going to be the stippled grip tape. You don't need the rubberized, you don't need to worry about recoil control or anything. This one's nice because you get sprint to fire speed and you get ADS speed, which really helps you get those close range gunfights in your favor. Even the mid-range ones, it works really nice. Now let's move on to the Cold War MP5. Now, the Cold War MP5 is one of those guns that I feel is probably better than the MP5 from Modern Warfare, and this is really nice. So we're not going to throw a muzzle onto this one. Unfortunately, we're not going to be silenced, but you guys are going to see why. So the barrel is going to be the 9.1-inch rifled or the 9.5-inch task force. So the rifled gives you effective damage range and it only takes away sprinting movement speed, but the 9.5-inch task force gives you damage, effective damage range, bullet velocity, but it also takes away vertical recoil control, horizontal recoil control, and max starting ammo, which that doesn't really matter in Warzone, but still, just the recoil and stuff like that, I don't like losing too much. So you guys could choose either one of those. The laser is going to be the steady aim laser for that hipfire accuracy. Now, the reason I'm running this over anything else is because I feel like having that hipfire accuracy on my side really does work out. You could always get rid of that and throw in the agency suppressor instead to get damage, range, and sound suppression, which definitely works for the muzzle, but I just like the laser. I don't know why. If I'm up close, the enemies already know I'm there. I don't mind shooting. I mean, if there's enemies like further away, 100 meters out, they're gonna hear the gunshots if you're silenced anyways. It doesn't matter. So going on to the stock, I put on no stock to get that sprint to fire time up, just so I could shoot people a lot quicker. The ammunition is the salvo 50 round mags, the max you could get on this right here, and it's the fast mag, so you get to reload faster, you get more bullets and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool, and you get maximum ammo capacity, reload quickness, everything. It's nice, okay? Like, and max starting ammo, which is really good to have, especially in Warzone. If you're coming back from the gulag or the mini nuke town, whatever you want to call it, you need that. The rear grip is the SASR jungle grip, which gives you flinch resistance and aim down sight speed, so ADS speed and all that kind of stuff. Nice to have. Again, this is a really good MP5. I feel like it's better than the Modern Warfare one. Now let's move on to a mid to long range weapon, and this is the DMR-14. Like, you guys already know the DMR-14, if it didn't make this list, it just wouldn't make any sense. Like, it's really one of those guns that is going to get nerfed eventually, but I don't think it's going to get nerfed anytime soon. So the first thing you want to run on this is going to be the muzzle agency silencer. Now this one is super important on the DMR because you want to get as much damage range as you possibly can, and this gives it to you, and it also silences the weapon so people can't really see where you are if you are shooting at them from a further distance. So that's really good to have. Now the next most important one on this one is the barrel, and that's the 20.8-inch task force, which gives you extra damage. It gives you effective damage range, and it gives you bullet velocity. Effective damage range pretty much means that if, let's say at 50 meters, for example, you're doing 29 damage per bullet, well, it's going to bring it up to, like, let's say 100 meters rather than 50. So if the enemy's 100 meters away, you'll still be doing the same damage on them. Now those aren't the exact numbers, but you guys get the point. This one's really good to have as well. So if you got these two attachments and the optic, I like the axial, I don't know what it's called, arms 3x scope, you're good to go. If you're running these three attachments, the other two attachments don't really matter. Like, those are really nice. But for the last two attachments, what I like to run is the underbarrel field agent foregrip to get that vertical and that horizontal recoil control. It does help. This gun does have quite a bit of kick to it, especially when you're shooting at further distances. These do really actually help it out really nicely. And the ammunition, what I like to run for this one is the salvo 40 round fast mags. Again, you're losing ADS, but if you're going for long distance, it doesn't really matter. You're getting max magazine ammo capacity, or extra at least. You're getting reload quickness, max starting ammo, and ammo capacity. So it's all nice to have. Really good. You don't have to reload this gun too much. And something about the Cold War weapons, once you reload them, even though the animation is done, you don't have all your bullets. If you start sprinting right away, you're gonna lose it, and you're gonna have to reload again. So it's really weird. Something is really weird with the reload animations and stuff for Cold War weapons, but they definitely got to get that fixed. Anyways, going down to the last weapon on this list, we got a weapon that is made for pretty much all ranges, and you guys might not like this. You guys might want to see the Kilo instead, but I'm putting the Ram 7 here because the Ram 7 is good up close. It's really, really good. That's where it rocks at, is actual medium range, mid range, and stuff like that, and it's really damn good at the long range as well. So you guys could definitely run this one. So the Ram 7 is a pretty nasty class I got here. The first thing you want on this one is the muzzle monolithic suppressor. Again, you get that sound suppression, really nice, and you get that extra damage range, which is two great things in one attachment. It's honestly probably the best attachment in Warzone. The barrel is the FSS Ranger. Again, you're getting damage range once again, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Like, what more could you even ask for with those two attachments? Now, we're not going to run a laser, an optic, or a stock. I feel like if you do need to actually run an optic, you would want to go for something smaller on this weapon. You wouldn't want to go for the VLK 3x scope or anything like that. The GI Mini Reflex will do the job. You don't have to worry about that right there. But instead of running an optic, which I do sometimes, and I do like it, I run the underbarrel Ranger foregrip to get that recoil control and that aiming stability. And then the ammunition, unfortunately, there's only one option for this, and that's the 50 round mags. I wish we had a 60, but 50 is going to have to do. You do ADS a little slower, and you do move a little slower, but it's really not that bad. Now, the rear grip, this is the one that I would switch out for the optic, but what I did notice is when you're going for those longer distance shots, you don't really need the optic. The rear grip is a little more important, and that is the rubberized grip tape for that recoil control. So it's really nice to have. Now, again, you could always take it off and put on any optic you want, but I really suggest the GI Mini Reflex. But that is it for the classes today, guys. The Warzone top 5 classes. In my opinion, these are the ones that I'm using all the time. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below your favorite weapon in Warzone right now. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to say the DMR and the Mac 10 because they're just really, let's be honest, they're the best guns in the whole entire thing right now. In the whole Warzone, that's what you got to use. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.